So in this video, I wanted to give you guys really helpful advice because no one was around to tell me any of this shit, and I had to learn as I went through life. So you might see how I handled the gang stalking situation. You might think that because I was able to get past a lot of the psychological shit that they throw at me, I handled the situation the perfect way you can handle it. I want to be honest with you guys. I don't think that I really did. I think that I could have handled it better. And the reason why they were able to get as far as they did in the first place was because my attitude towards them was wrong from the beginning. So if you're thinking that coming at these people the way I did aggressively is the answer, you're mistaken. So what I've learned, and I know you hear this shit all the time on television, but what I've learned is that if you ever repay negativity with negativity, you basically can't ever really win. So the type of people who gang stalk, you have to understand them, and we don't understand them, but they're darkness. It's like pure malevolence. All the nasty parts of humanity are embedded in these people. So when you respond to them in a way that I'm not going to say that they like, but if you respond to them within their element, that's the catalyst that allows this operation to go to the next level. I don't really think I can articulate my feelings on this because this is such a complicated topic, but so you don't want to respond negatively to negative people because it's impossible to actually win if you do that, is I think what I'm trying to say. Like, if you respond negatively to them, you can't ever win. Winning is never being negative in the first place. Like, even if I'm trying to make sense of this. Okay, so you see some nasty, pathetic, just rotten, low-life fucking cocksucker or whatever. That's how you're going to start seeing these people if you get negative. You're going to be like, these are just the worst. You notice I bring that shit up all the time. So even if you're not spiritual, religious, or anything like that, even if you were not like that, so every time you respond negatively to them, it takes something from you, is I think what I'm saying. That's why when bad things happen, they teach, you always hear people say, don't respond with revenge. You don't, like the type of people these people are, it's almost like they're not even a human. It's like there's something different. And when you respond negatively to them, the only person you're hurting is yourself, if that makes sense. I don't know how to say this and have it make sense. What I'm saying is that no matter what happens with you guys, you can beat this without ever becoming a negative, is what I'm saying. So you don't have to do it because you're a spiritual person or anything like that. I'm simply saying that do not respond negatively with these people under any circumstance would be my advice. I mean, of course, they're still going to gang stalk you, but you have no idea how empowering you being negative is to these type of people. They're so ugly. I mean, these people are so ugly that you just don't want to get into a negativity with them. They're too ugly for it. Like, it's just like, no matter what happens, you never win. Gang stalkers literally are like, even if you didn't believe, these type of people, even if you didn't believe in spirituality, let's assume that spirituality wasn't real, they would be what you would consider a demon. Like, everything about them is so dark, twisted, nasty that if you have any contact or you really do anything with them, it's going to be bad. So they live and die in negativity, hate, and malevolence. It's their element. So you're outside of your element. So when I started going against the operation, it was like a human being forced into the ocean and having to outswim sharks and dolphins. Like, we're not naturally equipped to swim in the ocean with these creatures who are born in it. Gang stalkers are born in ugliness. They were born ugly people. They were born ugly people. They become uglier as they grow, and they die a hideous dragon or a demon or a devil. Like, they become uglier as life goes on. They're like all the ugly, bad, negative characteristics that humans have. That's what these people have. They were born in it, molded by it. It's who they are. It runs in their veins. Someone like me trying to fight them with their own weapons in their own element is like, I'm out of my league. Like, as soon as I start doing this, like, you have no idea how much of a challenge it is to take someone who is naturally the most despicable, disgusting human being you've ever dealt with and trying to, fight in the mud, his element. He's born in the mud. He is mud. He is it. It runs through his veins. You're trying to fight him in his element. So my advice would be to stay in your element. Okay? Stay in your fucking element. That's why people, if you're not the type of person who was born, a psycho, demon, devil type of man, then it's gonna be incredibly difficult for you to fight on this level. That's why I can only get so negative. I can't do so much. But look, that would be my advice, and I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that, because you should know this before you decide how you're gonna handle the stalkers.